Hi everybody, welcome to another video. Welcome to episode 2 of Money Talks. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the title right up here, which is starting your financial freedom journey. So basically what we're going to be talking about is what is financial freedom. So before I get into what is financial freedom and the whole topic about today's video is I want to remind you about the giveaway. Because the giveaway is closing on the 1st of May, and if you would like to win yourself the wallet and the 52 envelope challenge, or just the wallet itself, because there's going to be 2 winners, please be sure to enter the giveaway. There's so many people already entered, and we're going to do everything fairly, but we're going to take you along that journey as well. So yeah, now let's get into the video. So what is financial freedom to you? Now, obviously, financial freedom could mean a lot of things to different people. To some people, financial freedom is being able to buy a car. To some people, financial freedom is to be able to move out from home and get your own apartment. To other people, financial freedom means no longer renting and buying your own house. So it's got different definitions depending on who you are. But to other people, financial freedom means material wealth only. Now, this is the one that scares me because material wealth is never enough. So, for example, if you are continuously just chasing material wealth, that means every time you get something, you always want something else, so you never have enough. You could start being greedy, and that's where you have to be careful. So some people literally think financial freedom means material wealth only, so like accumulating all this material possession, and being better than everyone else, and a lot of people seeing you that you've got this Gucci hat on, these Gucci shoes, this Gucci bag, and you see it on Instagram. A lot of people are really flaunting this luxurious shopping and this luxurious lifestyle, but actually what you are missing is understanding how to manage that much wealth. So for example, if you do have enough money to be able to afford all of these bags and these shoes and this lifestyle, can you manage it though? And that's where financial freedom comes in, because it's not about how much you have, it's how you manage how much you have. Because you could be earning 10,000, I could be earning 10,000 as well. But how I manage my money, I've built up a savings of over 100,000. Meanwhile, you are broke and you're struggling and you have so much debt. So it's just different ways of how we manage money that will bring you financial freedom. But also, a nice definition, or my definition of financial freedom, which could probably help a few of you out there that are currently thinking financial freedom is when I can afford these Louis Vuitton bags and everything that you see on social media. Financial freedom means having enough money to live the life that you want without constantly having to worry about the expenses and, oh my gosh, do I have enough for this bill, or where am I going to get money? It's having that control over your finances and being able to pursue your goals and having the freedom to make the choices without feeling like you are limited or constrained by your financial situation. So it's being able to live a life aligned with your goals and your values, because you have the finances for it. That's my definition of financial freedom. So in 2 seconds, try and answer this. What is your definition of financial freedom? So obviously we will not have the same definition. Again, like I said at the beginning, it will depend on our circumstances. But ask yourself, what is your definition of financial freedom? And have you currently reached financial freedom? Have you reached financial freedom? I know I haven't. There's a lot of reasons why I feel limited to my dreams, to the goals, to the things I want to achieve because of finances. So ask yourself, what is financial freedom to you, and have you reached financial freedom? If not, then this video is going to be for you, because right now we're going to look at 5 ways of how we can start and kickstart the journey of financial freedom. Before we get into the 5 steps of kickstarting your journey to financial freedom, I want to talk about a few things that come out of reaching financial freedom. So a few examples that will come out from reaching that financial freedom. So number 1 is early retirement. That is a big one because we have been given a certain age to retire early. But ask yourself that once you reach that age, so that age of 65, are you going to enjoy traveling at 65? I, for example, if I wanted to drive a Porsche, I want to drive a Porsche like now, or maybe in 2 years. I'm 30. I don't want to drive a Porsche when I'm 65. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but I'm not going to enjoy it as much as I would now. So you would be able to retire early and enjoy the things that you've always wanted to do at an earlier age. Number 2 is entrepreneurship. There's a lot of people who have business ideas and are not starting their businesses because they don't have time, because they're working a full-time job, but also they don't have the capital, the money to start that business. So having financial freedom, having the finances to back you up, is making it possible for you to be able to start that business. And being able to pursue a certain project that you've been always longing for and been always wanting to do. But because you don't have that financial security, it has hindered you, it has stopped you from being able to start a business and being able to be an entrepreneur. Number 3 is to live a debt-free life. So imagine being debt-free. So if you have debt currently, imagine being debt-free. How would you feel? I know that is my number 1 goal currently. I want to be debt-free. I don't want to be stressed the way I am stressed right now because of debt. So living a debt-free life without that burden of every single month when your income comes in, there's so much money that's going to go into interest because I have credit cards, I have personal loans, I have a car, I have this, that is all debt. So having the freedom of not worry about debts and owing someone is going to come from being financially free. So right now, if you had to have enough money to be able to pay off all your debt, you probably would. I know I would. If I had to make enough money right now to pay off all my debt, I would. My debts currently are around 230,000 Rand, which is a good question. Do you know how much debt you owe? Like if you had to accumulate all your debt, how much do you owe in total? So if you know how much debt you have and how much you know, now you know what you are working towards. Now you know what you are asking God for. Now you are being intentional and you can track it when it goes down. I do have a spreadsheet. I know some people don't like writing, don't know how to calculate all of that. I do have a spreadsheet that will create a pie chart and calculate it for you, which will show you when you're paying off your debt and the money is going down. Number 4 is being generous. So generosity. So if I had to ask you, when last did you give back? When last did you help a friend, help a family member, tithe? When last did you do that without thinking, oh my gosh, I don't have, I just gave my mom 500 Rand because she needed it, but now I don't have money. Now I'm going to struggle at the end of the month. When last did that happen to you? So this is one of the reasons why as well financial freedom will help you get out of that feeling like you cannot donate, you cannot give back, you cannot help, and being able to get that financial freedom, you'll be able to be more generous, which is very important, and we're going to cover on the next slide as well. Number 5 is working flexible hours. This is a dream of mine. I am a mom and I am a wife, and I come home every single day after work very exhausted, very tired. And it makes me feel bad because as much as, yes, my husband is also tired and Scarlett is also tired. Time doesn't stop, which means I feel like I am spending so much more time at work rather than spending so much more time at my home, taking care of my family, being able to clean the house and cook for, my family. I can't do all of that. I'm so busy. And on a weekend, as you can see, I'm recording videos. I am, giving my knowledge and how can I help other people, and other people are relying on me, which is fine. I love what I do, but I wish this is what I do. I wish this is all that I do, and it will be able to free up more time for me to do other things like being at home a lot and having more energy to go to the gym and to take care of my daughter and my husband. So working flexible hours will be able to give me that opportunity to work remotely in my home and being able to take care of my family. Number 6 is to be able to create generational wealth. So this is very important. So building wealth that can be passed down to the next generation. I'm sure it's something that you wish you received as well as you were starting your journey. If you didn't receive that when you started working, you wish you didn't have the pressure of helping back home, which is nothing wrong with that. But sometimes it can make people struggle with their own financial wealth. You're struggling to build your own financial wealth because you have to help home. You can see yourself that they need my help. I'm now working, I have to help. But if they built that wealth and the ones before built that wealth, it was going to eliminate having that continuous working backwards lifestyle that is unfortunately what a lot of people are going through. So building that wealth will be great for your generation to come, to look back and be like, wow, I'm so thankful for Grandma Norma for everything that she has done, because now that I'm working, I had a trust fund so I could buy a car, and there's a family business. I don't have the pressure to go and work for someone. But obviously if my grandchild or even my daughter wants to be a lawyer, a doctor, and do their own things, absolutely fine. But I don't want them to feel the pressure of needing to find a job so that they can help at home. Number 7 is obviously another favorite of mine, which is to travel and see the world. A lot of us would love that, but a lot of us know that it's not possible because traveling is very expensive. Some of us do it anyways, but to use credit card and then come back and you're paying for a trip that you took 2 years ago when you went on a honeymoon, or just wanted to take your family out, you just wanted to spoil them, but you're still paying for it now because you took a loan or used a credit card. So financial freedom will, give you that safety net to be able to go to places and see other places, and be able to create lasting memories with your family. That is quite an important, material wealth is good, but those experiences that you can experience as a family. If we had to go to Italy, if me and KB and Scarlett and my mom had to go to Italy, that would be the best, I think, price for me. It's better than just buying me a handbag. It's actually creating memories and experiencing the world that God has created together as a family. But because you're on a tight budget, it's not possible, and it makes it hard. Gosh, what is my hair doing? Number 8 is obviously that financial security. So creating an emergency fund and knowing that if any unexpected thing happens, you're financially fine because you have financial freedom. You have a built-up emergency of 10 months of rent and expenses in an account somewhere in a unit trust. And if any unexpected expense or emergency comes up, you are fine. You're not stressed. You don't have to go take out a loan. So these are the 8 examples that I just wanted to cover so that you can have a picture of what it would feel like to reach financial freedom, and also to live in your own terms, to be able to have control over your time. And I know you remember in the video I did before, I spoke about my goal, my financial goal is to find freedom. So financial freedom, where I want to enjoy my money. I want to stop living paycheck to paycheck. I want to pay off debt. I want to retire early. I want to travel. I want to just be away from financial stress. And if I had to reach financial freedom, these are the 8 things that we just spoke about that will help you get out. Like, these are the 8 things that we just spoke about that will happen after reaching that financial freedom. Okay, so let's talk about 3 ways to get started, and then we're going to talk about 5 ways as well to find that financial freedom. So 3 ways to get started is, number 1 is to honor God. Now you're probably thinking, okay, how do I do that? So if we had to have a look at the verse on Proverbs 3 verse 9, it says, I've just got it down here, it says, honor the Lord with your wealth and with the best part of everything you produce. Then he will fill your barns with grain and your vats will overflow with good wine. So for me, what I'm getting from that is honor God with your wealth, not people. What we see, obviously, I'm not going to explain what this honoring God with your wealth. I know some of you are saying tithe and etc. There's many other ways. Not everyone is working. Not everyone has money to tithe. But how can you honor God? So that's a topic for another day, which if you want me to cover, let me know. Comment down below. But what I have seen, and I could be wrong, but what I've seen on social media is a lot of people are honoring people. So you're trying to keep up with the Joneses. You're trying to live a life you cannot afford so that you can fit in, or so people can see that you are now working. You see these actions. They'll like, it's that kind of vibe where we are doing things to get validation, approval from people, to get likes, comments, followers, and also to just fit in the it girl, what is it? That girl, to fit in that girl category. But if you had to honor God, God's promise is He's going to make sure that your cup is overflowing. So I'm going to make an example with me. Me creating these videos, it takes me the whole day. It is currently almost 2 o'clock. Just trying to see. It is currently 1:57. I don't know if you could see. It's almost 2 o'clock. I've been preparing for this video the whole day so that I can provide value, so that everything is properly done, it's properly delivered to you. Right now, with my time and my knowledge that is going to help you, I'm honoring God because God gave me this blessing of having a longing and a hunger to understand financial freedom. And once I understood it and I was able to pay off my loan in 12 months last year, I took you guys over with my journey. I am sharing all of this with you so that you can do the same as well, because it also says in the word to flee yourself like a gazelle from a hunter, or flee like a bird that has been trapped if you feel enslaved and trapped. So I am sharing all of this so that you can also do the same. And me doing that and honoring God's word has automatically produced over and above of what I expected. You know, I get orders all the time. I obviously get lovely comments, but I'm just talking about like finances. I started a business. Meanwhile, it wasn't supposed to be a business. It was supposed to be my YouTube and TikTok, just sharing my journey and keeping myself accountable by putting it out there. But it has created a business. It has created finances that come in that are unexpected, making money in my sleep, where I'm able to use that money to pay off my debt. And I did share a video on Instagram and TikTok yesterday, talking about how I have paid off 4,000 in the month of April in my credit card already. That 4,000 didn't come from my 9 to 5. Let me tell you that. That 4,000 came from this business, Norma's Diary, YouTube, and you guys buying stuff from me. But that knowledge and this business came from God. Me honoring God by sharing what I have known, what I know, and how to, and trying to help other people, because God is blessing me to bless others, has helped me create another stream of income. So gatekeeping and not sharing a gift that God has given you is probably one of the reasons why you haven't found your business, you haven't started, something that will bring you finances, because you are trying to share, gatekeep and save all of this information. You don't want people to know how you did that. Which, like for example, I think about this girl who does Airbnbs on TikTok, and she talks about how she was an orphan and etc. So she started Airbnb, and then she started sharing with others so that others could also start doing Airbnb. She was making money from it, but then she made more money from sharing it. And she even said her first million, she made it from her masterclasses. Like, can you see how God works? Like, honoring God and helping other people to be able to find the freedom that you have found, or learn how to manage things how you have, is just going to help you as well. Okay, so we're going to go into that, honoring God, in another video. But first step is to honor God with your wealth and not people. Stop seeking validation from people. Seek validation from God. Number 2 is to educate yourself on money management. So on episode 1, we spoke about money management as a word that I want you to change if you're looking at the budgeting word as a negative way. In today's video, we're going to talk about educating yourself on money management. The first step is to find a budget that works for you. So I've tried so many budgets, and the budget that worked for me was the zero-based budget combined with a cash stuffing method. So physically using cash. Again, if you want to watch that video, oops. I feel like my hair is on my face. Okay, my hair was on my face, it was irritating me. So if you want to watch that video of the budgeting method that has changed my life that I currently use, I will link it over here. It is episode 1, which is the zero-based budget combined with the cash stuffing method. So educating yourself on how to manage your finances will help you, because without knowing how to manage your finances, it doesn't matter how much you have, you won't be able to manage it. And it goes back to this sermon I was listening to about when God created Adam, and to call Adam man, the man name came from a manager. He needed a manager to manage his, the world, to manage his garden, to manage the land. And he obviously realized that, this manager needs a helper, and that's when a woman came after removing the rib, etc. But I'm not going to go into that. But God knew that we need a manager for this land to be able to manage all of this. Otherwise, all these animals and stuff are just going to go all over the place. So if God has given you the blessing of receiving an income every month or every week, or whenever you receive your money, learn how to manage it. There's not just one way of how to manage money. I spoke about my favorite method of budgeting, but there's many other ways that you can use to manage your finances. Okay, not just using it recklessly, there's this new bucket hat that everyone wears from Gucci. What is that going to do? Unless you have the finances for it. If you don't, leave it. That is not managing your money properly. That is actually making God look at you and think, I cannot trust this one with more money, so I'm not going to give her more money, because she has no idea what she's doing with her money. Why did she buy that when she actually needs to pay off her debt, when she actually needs food, when she needs to take care of a child, when she needs to take care of a mom, when she needs to buy a car because she is also tired of using public transport, but also maybe she needs to fix that car that she has. My car has a leak currently, so why would I buy a bucket hat for 5,000 Rand when I could just fix my car so that I am in a safe car? It's all wisdom. And that wisdom literally comes from the word of God. Okay, and then number 3 is to stop looking for quick fixes. Oh my gosh. And I feel like South Africa is struggling with that. Everyone wants the quickest way to fix a situation. The best way to fix a certain situation with your finances is to learn how to manage your money. So let me make an example again about the Bible. Sorry guys, this is the only book I read, so I got a lot of examples about the Bible. There is a woman in the Bible who lost her husband. Her husband, though, had debts, right? So then when the debt collectors came to collect their debts, their money, and she obviously told them, my husband has passed away, they were like, well, we're going to take your boys, your sons, as our slaves, because we need our money back. She freaked out. She went to the prophet Elisha and was borrowing money. Please, could you borrow me money so that I can pay off my husband's debts, because they want to take my sons. Elisha said, what do you have in your house? She said, I have nothing. I just have some oil. Elisha said, go gather a lot of containers, fill up those containers with oil, and then sell those containers, sell that oil. She did that, and she did that up until all the containers were filled with oil. She then sold all of the oils and made enough money to pay off the debt. Elisha then said, well, from now on, first of all, you've now paid off this debt, but also from now on, this is how you're going to make your money. What was God teaching us here? God was teaching us, first of all, how to start a business, but also God was teaching us that for me to pay off my debts, I cannot use other debts, because it means I will never get out of debt. And also, it was a business management teaching of how to make profit and how to live off the money as well. So if you go read it. I'll try and get it attached over here, but it's just little lessons of showing you how to manage money and stop looking for quick fixes. If Elisha had given her the money and she paid off the debt collectors, now she's owing Elisha. Now she needs to borrow from somewhere else because she has no idea how to make money. The husband was the only one making money. Now she has to borrow from someone else to pay Elisha. And then she continuously and all the time she owes someone money. So get away from quick fixes, but also those quick fixes also come as loans. Get away from debt. No one has ever been able to build wealth when they have a lot of debt. And I know Rich Dad Poor Dad says something different, but you have to learn the management skills of credit cards with that method. But get away from debt in order for you to build wealth. A lot of things are going on where people are going to traditional healers and stuff to be able to attract money. Stop. Just learn the principle of money management, and that's going to help you. Finally, let's get into the 5 steps that I spoke about at the beginning of the video on how to find financial freedom, and then I'm going to record another video where we're going to talk about these steps individually. But these are the 5 steps that I recommend. Obviously, there's more steps, but these are the top 5 steps that I recommend in order to find financial freedom in your life. Number 1 is to master a budget that works for you. I spoke about the zero-based budget that works for me, but there's many other budgets. So have a look, educate yourself on financial literacy and see what works for you. And if you don't like the cash stuffing method because you don't want to carry cash and you don't like writing things down, there is a spreadsheet that I use, but it's also based on the zero-based budget method, just not combined with the cash stuffing. So find a budget that works for you. Number 2 is to create a debt attack plan. Debt plan of attack. Create a debt plan of attack. So if you have debt, write down all your debt. You already know my method. Sorry, it stopped recording. So write down your debts, who you owe, your interest rate, how much you need to pay monthly. Calculate the debt in total. Ask yourself if you want to use the snowball method or the avalanche method, and then after that have a look at how can you attack each debt individually. So your minimum payment is like a fixed expense. It's a monthly expense that you have to make. Then there is one debt that you have to pick in order to pay off aggressively. So again, on the next video, we're going to touch on that. Number 3 is to set financial goals. So if I had to ask you now, what is your long-term financial goals? So long-term, let's say 12 months. What do you want to have achieved in 12 months financially? What is your short-term financial goals? So let's say in 3 months. Okay, what are the assets you want to own? What are your savings goals? What are you saving for? What are the streams of income you would like to have? How many? How much are you wanting to earn? So those kind of questions, ask yourself and set those financial goals. Track your daily spending. I know a lot of people hate this part, but it works. Track your daily spending. How much are you spending every single day? Write it down, or open up your bank statement every Sunday and write it down, or have a look at how much you have spent on food already, how much you have spent on entertainment, how much you have spent on household, etc. I did do how to close up a budget at the end of the month video. I'll also have it linked somewhere up here, which shows you how to track, but also how to calculate how much of your spending percentage is how much of your income is going to on each category of your spending. I never know how to word this. How much are you spending on each category from your income? That's very important to know. Number 5, which is the last one, is to educate yourself on investing. Again, this is something I personally don't feel like I am qualified to touch on. So I have my own investments. I did share the shares I own, or one share I own on the previous episode. But do your education, educate yourself, do your brainstorming, find the best investments for you, and start investing for your future. So basically, investing is learning how to make your money make money. Make your money have babies. How can you do that? So find out, ask yourself, and again, like I said, do your research. And then the final step, which is, it's going to play a major role, but it's going to play a major role once you master these other 5 over here. So this final step over here is to increase your income, but not your lifestyle. So if you had to increase your income before figuring out a way to manage your finances, that means you'll increase your lifestyle as well, because now, I'm making more money. I have more money to have fun and do other things that I've been wanting to do. But once you have that discipline and that financial wisdom, increasing your income will not mean increasing your lifestyle. It will mean increasing your emergency fund, increasing your savings goals, but also investing and paying off debt. You see what I mean? Okay, and lastly, what I want to touch on is that financial wisdom that we touched on at the beginning. So financial wisdom is honoring God, plus educating yourself on money management, plus stop looking at quick fixes. And this is where financial freedom will come from. So when you have a way to honor God with your finances, you will know that I'm not going to spend my money on alcohol every single weekend. You will know, you will like automatically know, you know. So there's a few other things. Again, like I said, this is a whole topic on its own that maybe would be nice to actually talk about, but comment down below if you want me to. And that is it. I hope you enjoyed episode 2. I hope we are both on the same journey of finding financial freedom. And remember, the quote I shared with you last week is, the future of your finance is hidden in your budget. So budgeting is the number 1 way to find financial freedom, which is managing your money. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I love you all. Thank you for helping me be able to make money from YouTube, purchasing stuff from me, purchasing spreadsheets, liking my stuff, sharing with your friends and your family. it has really helped me, and I really do appreciate it. This is why I am working so hard to provide valuable content. And thank you for the lovely comments. There's one comment that stood out last week to me where I think the name is Tammy, said, you put in a lot of hard work on this video. Thank you so much, Norma, for all the hard work. And I really do appreciate that, because I did put in a lot of hard work, and I always do. So I'm so thankful for that comment, and I thank you guys for watching. So let me go before I go on and on and on, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye. My stomach is making noises, sorry.